People, they subscribe to a qualified vision.
Justin runs schools.
If my learners fail, it's not the principal, it's also me who have failed. Young people, they believe chasing money is the best thing. No, man will follow you. Man will follow success. You don't follow money, but man will follow success. Respect, you earn it. You don't force it on people. And 100% is no longer our target, but it's our culture.
Viewers, welcome back again. Admire from the Admire Art of Business. It's great. Today we have got a diverse man that we got him having a chat with. And I will not introduce him to you guys. He's going to introduce himself. He's a CEO for a group of schools. He has achieved a number of things through his years of experience. His name is Justin Magidi. Justin.
Yes.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good, man. How's everything?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine?
I can't complain, yes.
I love that. I love that. It's good to see you. It's good to see you because we had a discussion yesterday and there we are today.
Yes.
This is like under 24 hours, right?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So Justin, tell me, I know you're in the education sector.
Okay.
Yeah? You tell me, we've got the viewers here, what are the things that we can get the viewers just to listen to your story? Tell me in 2 minutes the things that we can convince our viewers to stick to this interview today.
Okay. I think the first thing is, my name is Justin.
Yeah.
Yes, I am running education business for the past 15 years. We have 12 campuses in South Africa and then 5 campuses in Zimbabwe. And in these campuses, we produce 100% as far as the results is concerned.
Well,
Yes. So I can mention the number of schools that they produce 100%. 100% is no longer our target, but it's our culture.
oh,
Yes.
right. And how many schools do you have?
The schools, campuses, let's say in South Africa, there are 12. And on every campus, there's a preschool, and there's a primary school, and the high school.
Okay.
And then, so we are saying in South Africa, we have more than 30 schools stationed on 12 campuses. Beside the schools, we also have the FET colleges. So the FET colleges, we run them, some physical, some online, isn't it? So we also have schooling online as well, that we support learners from Kenya, Mozambique, and. So in South Africa, we have more than 30 schools on 12 campuses. And then in Zimbabwe, we have 5 campuses with 3 schools per campus.
Wow. Like 15 schools.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing, man. We were talking over, what, 50 schools in there? Nearly, I would say.
Yes, nearly yes.
And how long have you been doing this?
15 years.
15 years.
So our pride is all our schools are registered with the Department of Education. If you go to South Africa, all our schools are 100% registered with the Department of Education. If you go to Zimbabwe, all our schools are registered with the Ministry of Education. Besides the registration with the Ministry of Education, all our schools are Cambridge registered schools. So we run an international curriculum. So at least we want our learners to compete on the global stage. So hence, when we're talking of our results, check online, check on online our results. I can just mention a few for as far as our pass rate is concerned for 2023. Right. Townnet Midrand produced 100% pass last year. Townnet Beulah Park produced 100% pass.
Wow.
Townnet Tafonden produced 100% pass. Townnet Rodiport produced 100% pass. Townnet Eastview Harare produced 100% pass. Townnet Glendale produced 100% pass. The list is endless. So 100% to us, it's not a target. It's a culture.
Wow.
Yes.
that's striking, I would say. Wow. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Wow. Justin, this is amazing, man. 100%. So what you are saying, in these locations, kids come in there and, like the numbers you're saying, they're coming out straight up.
Yes, definitely. Because what we do is, remember our model of education, we're not using the traditional model of education, whereby we are grooming learners to be teachers, we're grooming learners to be doctors or engineers. Those are old mode of learning. Us, we're producing people that will be the captains of the industry. So yes, there is also another thing, but the ideology of the school is the most important thing that we need to talk about. We make sure that our learners learn entrepreneurship from primary school, so that at least we can able to alleviate this issue of unemployment. So entrepreneurship is one of our subject. Agriculture as well, it's one of our major subject from primary school up to high school. So it's not a selective subject. IT to us is like a life skill, So all our learners, they also do ICT. So beside the results, this learner is groomed to survive in any environment. And even if you dispatch this learner in any country in the world, we are assured he'll be able to find his way out. As an entrepreneur, as a technology somebody, he have all the life skills that makes our learners compete on the international stage. Remember, we are not creating these learners to service South African market, or to service Zimbabwean market, or to service African market. We are grooming these learners to stand on the global stage so that they can service the whole world. They can give solution that can save humanity.
And where do you live, by the way?
I live in Gauteng.
Gauteng?
Johannesburg.
Right. So in South Africa.
Yes.
And you come from Zimbabwe? Do you?
Yeah, I'm a Zimbabwean by birth.
By birth?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Because why I'm asking this question is, we always want to see people when they migrate to different, host countries, where you're coming from, your home country, and see the things that you're doing there. And you migrated from Zimbabwe to South Africa, is that right?
Yes.
Wow. You're making all these strides?
Yeah, I migrated in South Africa some years back, say 16 years back. Soon after my degree, I did BSc in computer science. So that's when I migrated to South Africa, and then started from one school, two schools, from 6 learners. And then from there to one school, 2 schools, up to where we are now. So all this growth is organic. We don't have external funding. That is, every parent is our shareholder. So as soon as you join, as soon as you became Townnet family, we are part of the shareholder, because we are there to give funding to the school, and then for the school to produce the output that we are all dreaming about.
Okay. Yeah. We're talking about nearly, did we say about 40 schools?
Yes.
On average, on one school, how many students are having?
It depends on the pricing. It depends on the area. Some they have about 600, some they have about 400. So it purely depends on the area, the facility. So we break them down into section, and also we also have different target markets.
Okay.
Yeah.
If my math is right, you're talking about 40 schools, 600 plus or minus per school, 10, 6,000, talking about maybe 24, 25,000.
No, it may not be exactly 24, because remember, if you're saying a preschool, it's a school, but sometimes they have less numbers.
Yeah.
So a preschool may not be having the same numbers as the primary school. Our biggest numbers are in the primary school and high school. Preschool, usually you can say 100. Depends on the size of the school that we'll be having. So our numbers can be roughly between 5,000 to 10,000, but also depends of the year, depends on the location as well.
Man, you're amazing. And I remember we just spoke about the things that you achieved, and I was really mesmerized when we talked about coming from 6 students to almost 10,000 students under only a space of 15 years. How did you do that?
Right. Yes, it was not an easy journey. That's normal.
Yeah.
But remember, quality education attracts clients. So in business, there are some fundamental things that makes you grow fast. One, honesty, and also have integrity, and make sure that you have passion of what you are doing. So education to me is, I have extreme passion on it. And I believe if you don't tell me about results, my success is not about how much do I get, but it's about how much do I produce in terms of quality of learners. So we are producing good results in our schools. That is attracting numbers. We are also continuously build or improve our schools in terms of infrastructure. As I speak now, we have about 4 teams that are on different sites building schools on a daily basis.
Wow.
So every day there's somebody who is adding a brick on top of a classroom.
Wow.
So that is also helping us to improve in terms of numbers. And then if you're talking of results, that's a non-negotiable thing. We can smile at each other at any other level, but when you don't give us the results, we don't have a relationship.
Oh.
Because if I don't give the results to our parents, I have misled them. So definitely I have to make sure that the learners pass. The results are in the CEO's room. They are not in the principal's desk. And I take ownership on the results. If my learners fail, it's not the principal, it's also me who have failed. So that one is not negotiable. So we make sure that we consistently produce good results. And also to make sure that our learners are engaged in all external activities, like arts festival, like sports activities. We let a child develop, let a child be a child. So that's, I think those basic methods have helped us to increase in terms of enrollment. Enrolling learners is not our challenge. We don't focus on enrolling learners. We focus on producing good results. But producing good results, it will attract more learners. Yes.
Wow. All right. So being the founder and CEO of Townet, group of schools, yeah? You've mentioned in terms of some KPIs in the CEO and the principals, right? How do you get these KPIs maintained and checked on a regular basis? How do you do that?
Okay. Right. Remember, as I said, we are a group of schools. Besides group of schools also have different companies, isn't it? So here is the thing. We have the CEO. The CEO doesn't run the school alone. We have directors. And then we have director for operations. We have director for human resource. We have director for finance. We have director for investment. So these directors, we have directors in South Africa, same portfolios, and also in Zim, isn't it? So we make sure that the performance starts from the directors. The directors are the servants of the system. I am the first servant of the system. So I work more than anyone else. So I always say in Townet, I am the one who works long hours than anyone else. If anyone can prove to me, come, let's see.
I love that.
Yes. So by having said that, so my directors, I put pressure on our directors, not in a wrong way, systematically. And then the directors also create systems that also help in their specific areas, like human resource. A success of any big organization determines by the type of human resource you have. So we have a strong human resource system. I'll just give example like how do we make sure that the teacher is on time? We use an app. So they log in on the app, it shows the location. So
Right.
we don't need to chase the teacher. The system tell us, where are you? Isn't it?
Yes,
When
yes.
they're logging out, they just put a fingerprint. So we know the teacher is there. So to us, before we talk about performance in the classroom, are the teacher available? That's the starting point. So we have a lot of systems that make sure that help us to improve quality teaching and learning. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of systems that you use for you to achieve these results, in other ways, right?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Justin, we're talking about these big numbers, the enrollments for the students. How many staff do you have across the whole group?
We can safely say above 500. Yeah, above 500.
500.
Yes, above 500, yes.
Okay.
In Zim, it's above 100. In South Africa, it's above 400. Yeah, and we're talking of schools. We also have others that are working in the farm because we produce our own food. So we produce organic food for our own food. So we do piggery, we do potato farming. We also have cattle, and. So we have a lot of other projects. We also do system development. So we also have a team that do software development, Google optimization, Facebook marketing, graphic designers, all these guys. When I talk of these numbers, 80% of these staff members that we have, they have degrees in their area of specialization. Yes. So what we're talking about is somebody who knows his area. Like in the IT, they have degrees in computer science. If you go in the marketing, they have degrees, some of it masters in that particular area and have experience. If you go to human resource, if you go to operation, investment, they have degrees in economics. So the best, if you want to produce a result, get a right candidate for a right area. By so doing, the result is given to you.
It's given.
Yes.
It's given. You do farming. What else do you do?
We do farming. We do property development, but most of our property development is more of schools. So we have a team of builders, both in both countries. In Zim, we have a team of builders that are building schools.
And employed within?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also in South Africa, we have builders that are building schools on a daily basis. They are only employed to build schools.
Every day.
Yes. So the advantage that we have currently is we own 80% of the properties that we're operating on. So by so doing, it will reduce our overhead, and also we can guarantee you that 100 years we will be there.
When you say on, you're telling me that
The land belongs to us.
we've got the title deeds for that?
Yes.
Okay. I'd love to hear that. Okay. What else do you do?
Yeah. So I said IT.
IT, yeah.
Yes.
We spoke about the schools.
Farming.
Farming.
Schools.
Schools, yeah.
We also do manufacturing of uniforms.
Of uniforms.
Yes.
For your schools.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then also we supply other schools as well. We also have an online store.
Right.
Yes, the online store that we are targeting Southern Africa. So on our online store, we have stationery. We also do cell phones on our online store.
Wow.
Yes. Beside cell phones, we also sell uniforms as well for different schools. Yes. So our online store is one of our future business because e-commerce is coming. So we can put ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years. Definitely we'll be among the biggest supplier of different products in Africa.
Justin, you're telling me 10,000 almost students, 500 staffing. You're telling me you're running a farm that feeds into the school system. You're telling me you produce the uniforms that the students use. You've got an online business in there. You know what? I want to understand who is Justin Magidi. I want to go back in time and really understand that the family that grew up in,
Okay.
how many are you in a family? Like where you grew up in?
Okay. In our family, we are 8.
8, okay.
and then all of my siblings, they have degrees. So having a degree in our family, it's not an achievement.
Right.
It's a requirement.
Okay.
Yes.
I like
So
that.
everyone have a degree. Yes. So my father was a headmaster. So let's start from there. So as my father was a headmaster, he used to support me a lot because I started selling baobab fruits when I was in grade 4. Yes, so I used to go into the field, bring baobab fruits, and then selling them. That was grade 4, grade 5. And then when I was in my grade 7, I used to sell puppies. Yes, so I buy my own clothes when I was grade 7, when I sell my puppies to local teachers.
You said it's teachers.
Yes, so to me it was a good business then,
Good business.
but
eh?
I didn't know it was business,
Okay.
isn't it? And then when I was doing my Form 4, I do a little sugarcane plantation. So villagers, they used to come and buy a sugarcane in my garden, and I used to spend the whole day looking after that garden. And then when I was doing my A level, I did a tree plantation. Yes, so I have I was having more than 500 tree, different types of
How old are you?
trees.
How old are you then?
I was doing my Form 5, which is
18, 19, somewhere there.
yes, 18, 19. And I used to spend the whole day doing that thing.
Wow.
But to me, I didn't know that was business. I was just enjoying doing those things. And then after that, when I get an opportunity of enroll at a university doing computer science, in my second year, I used to sell maputi.
Okay.
Yes. So in my classroom, whoever is looking for maputi, it was on my side. So
Next to you?
Yes, they used to come and
In the
buy.
lecture room?
In the lecture room.
You're
yes.
making the money?
Yes, making money in the lecture room, and I used to enjoy that. And after that, during that time, there was a strike at our university, and then the tuck shop, SRC were no longer running the tuck shop.
The Student Representative Council.
Yes. Right. So I take an advantage and rent the tuck shop from the SRC.
How did you get that opportunity? Did you just go in there and grab it, or you made some arrangements or something?
No, what happened is because they have a strike, so they were disoriented. So I take advantage of the situation, and then I give them the offer to say, I can
Do this for you.
yes, do this for you and then pay rent to the SRC. So they were getting revenue while I was doing my business. So it started with one person during that time, and then I employed two, and then one, and then later on I employed the third one, who was a buyer. So there were two sellers in different shops, and there was a buyer. And during my weekends, I also helped them to do the buying. And every day, soon after lecture, I was counting money in the tuck shop and for restocking for the following day. So
I just did. And this is like the second year uni. Yeah?
yes.
Okay.
So to me, I realize I love this thing more than my BSc computer science. And to me, I don't have a sleepless night doing business. No. People saying businessmen, they don't sleep. No, I don't believe that.
You sleep? You
No,
rest?
I do sleep.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So after the university, I sell the shops, and then that's when I migrate to South Africa.
But before you get there, right?
Yes.
I want to understand, we talk about uni and everything else. Which city did you grow up in?
I grew up in Masvingo.
Masvingo, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, the whole of your life up until you go to uni?
Yes.
Okay. Which suburb in Masvingo?
Rural village.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a village boy. SRB. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. And you tell me, in Masvingo, what was your day-to-day life look like?
Right. It depends on when I was at the village. Yes, my parents were having a house in town in Masvingo.
Yeah.
When I was at the village, I used to head cattle and hunting. I love hunting like never before.
My God, now you're hunting all over. I can see that.
I am a brave hunter.
Okay.
Serious one. Yes.
All right. Okay.
So if you talk of mountains. I've climbed almost all of them.
Right.
And I was a lead hunter. So I used to have some boys from the village
Uh-uh.
to accompany me to go and hunt. So I used to keep 4 dogs all the time to make sure that they help me to do my duties.
Okay.
Yes.
And there was other boys coming up hunting with you?
Yes, hunting with me.
Are we seeing, I think I see a lot of leadership skills coming up at a very young age. Did you see that before? Or you were just like, I'm doing my thing?
No, I was doing my thing. I was not even aware of that. So I was just being myself. I was just being original. Yes. So I still remember when I was waiting for my results in Mashingo, I used to sell eggs. So I order eggs and then people come and buy eggs.
Wow.
Yes. So I enjoy that. Beside that one, at a certain point in time, before even open the shops.
At uni, yeah.
Yes, I asked my mother, I want to do business. And they said, no, I don't have money to give you for the business. And said, I'll give you what I have. So she gave me 3 bags of maize.
3 bags of maize.
And yes, and then also those are 50 kgs, and then also 2 for groundnuts. And what did I do? What did I do? I went to Mashingo by the flea market.
Yeah.
I sell those things and then buy baby blankets, buy different things. So if I see a pregnant woman, I see a client.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
So I was moving around the villages selling those things and the exchange sometimes with chicken and. So I used to enjoy that. So to me, it's not about the money. It's about the action. It's about what I'm doing. Man will follow success. You don't follow money, but man will follow success.
Can you please go back on that again? What did you just say?
Yes. You don't chase money. Man will follow success. Right. Yes. So do something perfectly in such a way that it attract man in your life. It's just unfortunate sometimes young people, they believe chasing money is the best thing. No, man will follow you. As long as you do whatever you do with all your heart, and if you also perfect your idea, man will follow you. Because money is everywhere. But a lot of companies, a lot of banks, they are looking for lucrative, fertile soil to invest their money to grow.
Right.
Yes.
So the money is there already?
Yes.
Okay.
So develop your idea. So at least man will come and grow into your idea. Yes.
I love that.
Not your idea grow into money. Man will come and grow into your idea. Wow. That's why they invest in companies. They want their man to grow in those companies, not the other way around.
So what we need to do is to develop our skills and the money will come.
Yes.
That's what you're putting across, right?
Yes. Develop your idea, isn't it? And then man will come and grow in that idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're not looking for money.
No.
No. Man will fall into a mature idea.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. I know that when you look at pregnant women, you look at clients, right? But let's go back in time. You're born into your siblings are 7 in there. Are you number 1? Which place are you in there?
I'm the second last.
Second last?
Yeah. My youngest, the young guy is a orthopedic surgeon.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
He's
Okay.
a doctor, yeah.
That's beautiful. And you're a businessman.
I'm a businessman, and I'm happy to be a businessman.
Wow.
Yes. So there's no any other profession that I'm willing to have. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
So I can speak business the whole day.
Yes.
Because that's what I do for a living.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go back when you said you used to do a lot of hunting in the country, right? Way back in time, yeah?
Yes.
Did you used to do like on a daily basis, twice a week, or was there structure in there? I want to know about that more.
During school holidays?
Yeah.
Yes. When I was at school, I always wish if we have a school holiday. And then during school holidays, I used to spend the whole day in the forest, looking for rabbits.
Yeah.
Looking for these small animals and. Wow. So I enjoy adventurous I enjoy meeting new things. So business is about risk taking. Business is about facing new challenges. That's the principle of hunting. You know, you won't meet the same problem as yesterday.
No, you're not.
So it's the same model.
Wow.
So I'm sure it's, how can I say? I can't express it, but it may be part of my instinct or my DNA. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I can sell anything. I feel like as long as I get the next $1, to me is as long as I secure a business or a transaction, it gives me more joy than a repetitive transaction.
Oh, right.
Yes. So it's not about how much. It's about securing the next deal. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're hunting, you're in there, you're doing things. This was like, how old are you by then?
And for one,
No, by that time, how old were you?
I was 13, 12,
About
13.
18. Okay.
Yeah, 12, 13 years. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. So from Mashingo, right? High school, you also went in Mashingo.
Yes, I went to a mission school, Silvera High School.
Okay.
Yes.
Your dad was a headmaster. Was it in the local school
For the primary school.
within the area that you guys were living?
Yes, in at the Bikita office.
Bikita office?
Yes, so he was a headmaster there. So what happened is we used to stay in Pamaonde.
Yeah.
That's where the babam fruits were.
Yeah.
And then where my father was heading, it was the Bikita office. There were no baobab fruits.
Okay.
So hence I was fetching baobab fruits from my village
Yeah.
to where my father was teaching. So I realized there was a business opportunity to sell baobab fruits to the students.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that your mother gave you bags of maize and groundnuts. And after that, how did she view you going around and try and selling and doing all those things?
No, she was so happy because she found me happy. So remember the most, let's say, mothers, they want their child to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether they're doing a small thing, whether it's not giving money, they just want their child happy. So she was happy on that. And she was not having any issues. Just to know I'm moving around the villages, exchange baby blankets, different type of cloth. Yes. And then
Okay. Can you extract maybe a couple of one or two lessons that you learned from your mom and your dad when you're growing up?
right. I think I have some traits from my father and also some traits from my mother and also mine.
Right.
So it's a combination of 3 individuals. My father was a headmaster. So definitely if I'm in education, I'm following his footstep.
Okay.
So my father walked for me to run. So he laid the foundation. So even now I'm also using some of his styles. My mother was a farmer. She was a graded farmer, master farmer, those graded farmers.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So during school holidays, we're doing farming on a very serious note. So some of the farming skills that I'm using now,
Ah,
coming
right.
from my mother. Yes. So I have the teaching part from my father. I have the farming from my mother. And also I have the technology, the one that I acquired. So the first university is your parents.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yes. So it's free knowledge. You don't need to pay for it. Just need to inherit it.
Just I want to talk more about, say, your free university are your parents.
Yes.
Yeah? I know it's challenging sometimes when you're a bit younger and we think maybe our parents are not that smart, Any supporting words that you've got out there for the youngsters?
I will start with, yes, for the youngsters and for the parents. our kids learn a lot from us as parents because we are the providers, we are the heroes, especially the parents. So the biggest people that you see in your life are your parents. And every child wants to be like their parents. My signature is like my dad's signature. So I just copy that. Do you understand? But the time when our children are learning, they can't see that they are learning. But as parents, we need to engage. We need, whatever we're doing, we need to have them. So my father used to take us to the fields. My father also was a hunter as well. So I think because he used to hunt a lot. So he used to take me when I was 4 years and although him was using the gun, me I was using dogs.
Okay.
Because I was allowed to use dogs. I was not allowed to use the gun.
Yeah.
Yes. So those small traits or those small qualities, it helps our children a lot. If I give example, my father used to say when you move around the school, the whole school be quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
And I felt I also want to have the same thing happen to me because I was learning to say, the headmaster, you don't need to shout for people to respect you. You need to just follow your principles for people to respect you. So it's not about the voice, it's not about being boss, but it's about saying 1 + 1 = 2, and you honor that. Respect, you earn it. You don't force it on people. So that's what I learned from my father's side. My mother's side was more military approach.
Okay.
My father was more diplomatic.
Right.
My mother was more military approach. A spade is a spade.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
If we're not agreeing, we're not agreeing now.
Yeah.
Yes. If we're dealing with the matter, we're dealing with
Like right now.
right now. So
I love that.
so it's different traits.
Yeah.
That yes, at a certain point in time in business, there's a time whereby saying, if there's a bug, this bug need to stop now. So now, because I'm having both characteristics, I can use this other characteristics, but in a more diplomatic way, using my dad's approach, but enforcing this other side. So your parents, it's your first university. So as parents, we need to be the first invest of our children. Let us be the role model, so that at least, even if you do homeschooling, you can still produce a graduate, isn't it? So it's not about those 4 brick walls for you to say a child is learning. The child is learning every day. They learn by observation. They learn by interaction.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of things.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes some parents, they feel like they're too busy for their children. What are they doing? They're depriving their children their first university.
Right. Big education in there, right? Okay, beautiful. And your dad was the headmaster of a school. Do you think that inspired you to be taking education as your business?
I'm sure it have contributed a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, it's contributed a lot because we grew up in a school environment. Whatever I know is about school now, if you check.
Yeah.
From primary, I was at the school environment.
Yeah.
And then up to now, I'm still in the school environment.
Yeah.
So it became part of the lifestyle. It's not a surprise. It's not something that, it's not acquired information. It's something that you grow into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That hence you are seeing, check 90% of white farmers, their dad were farmers. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Or check most of the business people, their dad were business people. So there are certain information that the parents pass on to their children. It's just that sometimes we have this wrong mentality to say, somewhere in town there's money. No, money is everywhere. Money is in your mindset.
Yeah. Okay.
No, money is not on a location. No, money is in your mindset.
That's where money is.
That's your money. You can change anything. You can turn anything into God. Depends on how you think. Yes. If you see yourself as a chicken, you behave like a chicken. Do you understand? But if you see yourself as a lion, you can behave like a lion and also get a lion share.
Wow.
So it depends on what you feed your mind with. Just have confidence in life to say, I will do it regardless. If it means I have to have a sleeplessness for me to produce results, let it be. Yeah. So
Beautiful. I love that. We are in there. We are hunting in Masvingo. We are doing everything else. You did your also a high school in Masvingo. Is that right?
yes.
Okay, that's fine. And after you did your year 12 or upper 6, form 6 and everything else, that's when you went to uni. Is that right?
Yes.
But uni was in a different town. Is that right?
Yes.
But all this time you were growing up, you were around your parents.
Yes.
How was that transition whereby you're going to a different place, you don't have your parents in there? Talk to me about that.
To me, it was celebration. Going to university to me was the first celebration.
Right. I know this second university, you coming from Dead
Yes,
University.
the second university
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
No, it was not easy for me to go to the second university because I was not among the A students.
Right.
I produced results by hardworking.
Right.
I'm not among the A students, and I was not among the A students. But I produced results through extra effort.
Okay.
So me qualified to go to uni, it was a miracle on my side. On my side, to me, it was a miracle. So the celebration, my success started by just entering in the university facility, not passing,
Yeah.
entering the university facility.
Your first step in the uni.
Yes, that was, to me, that was the greatest success in miracle. That one to me was the first miracle that I have.
Yeah.
So I was so excited.
Okay. I love that.
I
love
remember when I received an offer, I was in the garden doing some.
that. In Masvingo.
Yes. It falls out of my hands.
Ah.
It just falls. Said, is it me now who's going to university? I said, yes, it's me.
Ah.
Doing what? It was basic computer science. Yes. So it was a bit difficult, yes. But I said, no. I will make it.
Yeah.
And I pushed for it. And it's now history.
Wow.
So I was so comfortable. Beside the business side, I was involved in the leadership of Christian Union, Apostolic Faith. I was a chairperson for AFM on campus. I was also in one of the main person on the Christian Union. I also started evangelism, I think now it's 20 years ago. So we're going after uni, we're going preaching in the village. So I started that movement. Up to now, it's 20 years later. They're still following exactly as that. So to me, I was okay on the university. So I was having Christian Union, AFM, evangelism, and the shops. That's what was my.
And the uni on top of that.
Yes.
How
So
did you balance your time during that moment in time? Like, yeah.
No, what I used to do is, if it's time to study, I study.
Okay.
If it's time for business, I do business. So there was proper allocation of time. If it means I have to have a sleepless night to cover my schedule, I have to do that.
All right. That's a lot of discipline in there, right?
Yeah, I think it taught us discipline, a lot of it, yeah.
Okay. And I've asked the question, how did you felt like, okay, the parents are not there, you're doing your thing in there. I want to understand that transition. I know you're excited. How did you get that transition in place?
To me, it was normal.
It was normal.
I just felt it was the next stage for me.
Okay.
That's what I felt.
Okay.
To me, it was just the next stage. I never, feel any difference.
We still want to remind our viewers, Justin runs schools in 2 different countries with students up to 10,500 staff. He does also farming. He's got an online business, e-commerce. What did I miss? You do too many things, man. Look at me. I'm forgetting all that. Eh?
Also, uniform manufacturing.
All those things.
Yes.
But we're digging back in time. You're at uni right now, right?
Yes.
That's where we are right now.
Yes.
Uni. Okay. So when you graduated at uni, yeah? This is, I know at year 2 you're running the shop, right? Then was it a 3 or 4 year course? 3 years?
It was 4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
Okay. You graduate, you finish. What was the first job? And how did you get it?
Soon after I graduated, I relocated to South Africa.
What do you mean? So soon after uni,
Yes.
you did not work in Zimbabwe
No, I didn't.
at all, at all.
Not at all.
Okay, why?
My sisters were in South Africa.
Right.
So I was invited by my sister to South Africa.
So you were like, as soon as I finish, I'm leaving.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. So, and then during that time, yes, it was hard for my sisters, and we have to work with what is there.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure during that time, I had a student who was want to be taught computers. So we used to teach that student in our room.
Oh.
And then I think Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and we get some revenue for that. I think it was used to pay 500 rand. Then it was a lot of it was a lot of money. And then before we formally started the townlet,
So this was the first job that you did?
that was the first job. Although soon after that, no, the first job
Yeah.
in South Africa,
What did you do?
I worked in the internet cafe.
Internet cafe?
Yes,
What were you doing in there?
helping people to connect on the internet.
Just really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then after that, I got an internship to a graduate trainee. I think it was for 1 year.
Uh-huh.
And
Within the internet cafe
No, with Public Works. South
Public
Africa.
Works.
Yes.
in South Africa?
Yes. So then that's when I was specializing as well into Oracle certifications. So I have a lot of certification up to professional level. And then we used to get stipends for the internship. But I was not comfortable with working, Soon after that.
So you did that one in public service in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I got a job. It was offering big monies for 3 months. I resigned the third month.
Third month.
When I finished deposit for where I want to do my business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get there, but that part is and it's very interesting. I want to understand your first job in the South Africa internet cafe, right?
Yes.
You were staying with your sister.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Which suburb was that?
Kempton Park.
Kempton Park?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you very comfortable?
Very. No, I was dealing with what is there.
Okay. What do you mean when you say that? I want to know about that.
We were not comfortable because my sisters were not affording much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was dealing with what was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not very comfortable.
Yes. But the internet cafe was helping us to feed each other. Yeah. It was little revenue, but it helped us to survive. Yeah.
Were you focusing on the bigger picture, or you're like, you know what? Okay, I'm happy with this. Let's see what's happening for now.
No, I knew I'll do business.
You knew that.
I knew that. And if just at that time we were not having much of recording, but I used to teach other learners at university to say we are not learning for us to be employees. We are learning for us to build businesses. So that.
This is the time when you were working at internet cafe.
Oh no, at university during my invest time.
Ah, right. Back at the uni.
Yes.
Okay.
I used to say we are not there to work for someone. Yes. So the path was very clear to say.
You're planting the seed in your mind. You knew what you wanted.
I knew what I want. This was a starting point. I knew what I want.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Now you're working for the government in there. You got another job. 3 months in there. You're saying, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yes. No. Remember, after the internship for 1 year, I get all the certifications. It was a sponsored internship. It was we were lucky, It was a well-sponsored internship. And then during that internship, there was an assessment that was done, a psychometric assessment, by one of the supervisors there of checking the person's personality and what a person can do better. And then I did it, and I was checking my results were not the same as others. Mine was this side, others were this side.
Yeah.
And then I said, am I normal or what? And this lady said, based on the result that we have, congratulations. I said, what are you saying? And he said, this result that we have, it shows people that are going to be great in business or politicians.
Oh, right.
So to me, it was not making sense because I was not having a cent.
Okay, yeah,
It was not having, I was not having a cent.
yeah.
So sometimes now that I said, oh, that assessment,
That was the prophecy.
it was more like a prophecy, and also it talks more of your personality. So business, beside academic, beside knowledge, it also works with personality. There are certain personalities that can do well in the business environment than other personalities. That, to me, it was just a general assessment that was done 2008.
Wow.
I was not doing business.
No.
I was a student at the internship. And at first I was worried to say, why am I this side? Others are this side.
Do you still meet the people that were on this side now?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you employ some of them?
Yeah.
Wow. How do they feel about that?
No, we're giving them good money.
Good.
Yeah. To them, it's a blessing because they're getting good money. It's, remember, in life, every profession is equally important. A business profession is equally important. A specific profession is equally important. So to me, if we can identify who can do well in business and carry others, let it be.
Why not?
Yeah, and all of us will benefit. It's not about being on top.
No.
That is important. It's about eating on the bigger tree. What we need is a tree. Let's build a tree, and all of us will take fruits. Wow. Whether I am the cleaner in that particular entity, if I'm getting the fruit, let me get the fruit. So every department, every person in a system is very, very important. I talk to everyone all the time, and I value them the same, from the director to the cleaner. To me, all of them, they look the same and are equally important, and we value them the same. Yeah.
Okay. 3 months into the job, right? And you said I was depositing something for the business, right? Mm-hmm. What business were you getting into?
Training computers.
So you left a well-paying job,
Yes.
a stable job, and you're getting into business.
Yes. And then remember, while I was doing the internship, that's when I meet those 6 students that I was talking about.
Yes.
It was a part-time job.
The 6 ones that we talked about.
Ones,
yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So it's the one that I first bring
to this business.
Right.
Yes.
I used to even teach them it was like a restaurant. So I used to buy some drinks so at least they can allow us to sit, and then show them. And then from there I said, after 2 months, we'll go to this particular building.
So, no. Let's go back in time. Now, you're telling me that you will go into a cafe or a restaurant, then you buy some drinks for you to be in there?
Yes.
But you are doing your lessons there?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Was it the same restaurant all the time?
Yeah, it was the same restaurant.
It's still there?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Wow.
So to me, that was the starting point. So what I can say the most important thing on that was, you can get client as long as you show them a vision. It's not about the facility. No. People, they subscribe to a qualified vision. So they believe me because they saw there was a vision. And I used to go and show them, said, we're not yet here, but we're going to come here.
So you look at
a better part of us.
Yeah.
Currently, yes, we're in the restaurant,
but
we're going there. So even in any situation, as a leader, you need to show your subordinates where you're going. So at least they can able to ensure the problem of today. So vision is the most important aspect that any entrepreneur need to have and need to be able to deliver or explain to his subordinates.
Okay. So when you left the job doing this training organization, the first one, your income at a personal level, did it increase? Did it decrease?
It reduced drastically.
I love that drastically.
Yeah, it reduced drastically.
Yeah.
Yes, because I used to earn more than 16,000 to zero income.
Oh.
And then how do we survive on the cash flow? I opened a small flea market by the corner street.
This is Capital Park?
Yeah. Corner street, open a flea market. We used to sell cigarettes, apples, bananas, just for us to have cash flow.
So are you the same person? Soon after training these guys, these 6 students, you're also going on the corner shop.
Yes.
So this was a day job, the corner shop was afternoon.
Afternoon, yes. And then you get a bit of revenue, and instead of that, you can, And then at that point in time, we used to stay with my sisters. And then later on, we decided to stay on our own. I rent for 2 months. I realized I can't afford it.
Ah, right.
Yes, it was 1.5, but I can't afford it.
1,500 rand.
Yes, I can't afford it.
Okay.
Isn't it? And then we said, okay, let's go and stay where we're operating. So I later on go to the house where I was where I was running the training, and then I changed the room return. It was a computer lab.
So you converted the lab to a house. Let's talk about that.
No, what happened is it was a 5-roomed house.
All right.
That we're operating as
a business.
A business. So one of the room, I had to write it storeroom.
Storeroom.
Yes.
One of the rooms in there.
Yes, because the storeroom, you open it at a specific time. And then the keys of the storeroom, remember they are private keys.
Yes.
So in that storeroom, that's where my bedroom was.
Wow.
Yes. So soon after trading, you go
to the
store. That saved us a lot.
Wow. How long did you stay in the storeroom, by the way?
I think 6 months.
6 months?
6 months, yes.
In the storeroom?
Yes.
Well, but the storeroom, this is just one room. What about the kitchen facilities and everything else? You share with the training area?
Yes, we share the training area because remember you cook after school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
You cook after school, you bath after school.
Yes.
When the students are coming,
you're already ready.
Yes, you're already ready, and you are ready to receive them and start business. And as soon as they're gone, it's now a house.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how we survived. But 6 months later, we just get a boom in metric rewrite, and then within 1 month, our number increased to 30, and then our revenue was okay.
So 6 students are the one that pushed for the whole 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's when you're staying in the storeroom, right?
Yes.
Then when people were doing the rewrites for their exams and everything else, what did you do in there for them to know that you can help them?
We were marketing. I used to be on the corner street giving flyers, promoting the
Whilst you are selling the cigarettes?
Yes. Also promoting
the school?
The school, yeah. We used to promote the school.
Okay.
So we used to market, and also on Gumtree at that time. And Facebook was not that popular then.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, so we used to also put boards in the streets to say we assist those that are going to university, and the numbers start to increase. So when 6 months later, things change completely.
30 clients now, 30 students.
30 client and business is coming in. So I was working on the reception as well.
Okay.
So I used to explain very well about the product.
Okay.
Even now,
yeah, I can see that.
yes, even now, if you put me in front, I can sell that business very, very, very well.
Okay.
Yes. So it have increased from that time, and then coming the following year, numbers increased as well.
But it's still at the same place?
It is on the same place.
Okay. Are you still staying there?
No, the second year, I had to move out because now the revenue was there, now 1.5 to go and rent outside.
Yeah.
So I had to move out, and now I was going to work. So it's a bit better. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's year one. We moved from 6 to 30. And but these are computers. Now we are talking about the matric rewrite. But this is like the general other subjects or stuff like that?
Yeah, it was more like, remember, these were all extra classes.
Yes.
Yes, because remember, by then you only have specific license to run as a school. Yes. So those licenses come with time. So these were more like preparatory programs. So at least you stabilize and launch your application with relevant authorities for serious schooling.
Did you feel like you're growing when you're coming from 6 to 30? Did you like?
It was a big growth.
Yeah.
It was a it was a big growth because it improved a lot on the revenue.
Yes.
Remember, it was because also remember we're renting.
Yeah.
Yes, we were renting as well. So it was rent house. It was for our own personal sustainability. So it was a lot of money. To me, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, in the first year around December, the 6,000 for rent didn't come out.
Yes.
And these 3 owners came and said, "We're looking for Justin."
Yeah.
They were expecting to see a very big person. Only to find this 25 turning 26 guy. And then I said, "Guys, just give me a chance.
Yeah.
By this time next month, I'll be sorted."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, we'll give you a chance." That's how I survived. So they believe in me. And later on, 3 years down the line, they sold those 2 properties to me. Yeah, so
Wow.
it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
So within those 2-3 years, you already had the financial capacity to buy properties.
Yes, to buy those properties. Yeah.
Okay. And all right, 6 students. How many staff did you have then?
It was me. We were 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Professor, one of my right-hand men, and myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So professor, when he's on the reception, I'll be in the class.
Right.
Yeah. Teaching.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay.
So I was the best teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the best teacher.
You know how to deliver.
Yes.
That's how you're keeping all these guys accountable, right?
Yes, I was the best teacher. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just that because when you don't have much to do, you always stay on the sunshine. So I was getting darker.
You're very funny, Justin. Okay, okay. Are you still doing teaching these days?
Not on, no, I do, but in different platforms.
Okay.
Because now I teach from the directors, I teach the parents. I'm not teaching the consortium.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. It's no longer more like direct teaching of specific subjects. No, but I teach the people that are teaching.
Okay.
Specific principles. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The business is growing. We've got 30 students in there. And your parents are still in Zimbabwe, right?
Yeah.
When did you, at some point in time, did they used to visit you
Yeah, they did.
and see you doing all these things?
Yeah.
They saw you living in the storeroom?
Yeah. Yeah. My mother. Remember, my father passed on when I was in grade 6.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. So the remaining part of the season, we were only with our mother.
Okay.
So I think it also created a bit of resilience to say, you start to take responsibility to say, you know what, we need to stand on our own and make things happen. So when we came, my mother once came and she sit in one of the classroom. That's the only place to sit there.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Don't worry, things will be fine." So that statement from her parents is more than millions of rands. So it really motivation from our parents on our new venture that may be unpredictable. It's very important. So I feel my parents have played a very pivotal role in maintaining our motivation. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. All right. So we talk about, okay, after 30 students, this is like 6 months down the line, and 3 years down the line, you're buying two properties already.
Yes.
Yeah. And that moment in time, in terms of enrollment, plus or minus students, how many do they have?
Oh, no, now it was a big school.
A big school?
Now it was a big school because on the rewrite alone, we used to have about 100. And then I'm sure by that time, that's when we also started our primary school. So the primary and high school was also about 100 something. So, and also FET, it was about 100. So it was almost 300-400 enrollment, which was good enough to service any property purchase.
Things are starting to happen now.
Yes.
And you could see that, you know what, we're going on for. Is this where you actually seeing in terms of property development and everything else?
Sorry?
Is this where you started to look at property development? Yeah.
By that time, there was one competitor who wanted to buy our properties on our back.
Oh. Right.
And then the landlord said, I cannot sell to anyone else because you're our tenant. That's when I said, no, no. If I won't buy these things, the other guys will buy on my back.
And you'll be chucked out.
Yeah, so I was forced to to buy them early. But by that time, development was not much in us. It was survival.
Survival.
Yes. Remember, the first thing of any business is survival. Growth will come natural as soon as you survived. So we survived all the storms, and then the development now, at least it's now part of maturity. To say, okay, we've met the basic minimum lifestyle. How can we maintain ourselves relevant? That's when we start doing development, one step at a time. Yes.
Okay.
Because the muscles will be growing now.
You'll be growing, yeah. Okay. So after that, this is year 3 in business. When was the next stage when you started doing proper development?
What happened is a lot of investors approached me wanting to invest in the business. I didn't know what they were seeing. And they promised a lot of money. I refused the money.
Right.
Yes, because I said, yes, I can accept you guys, but I haven't created an investment for my kids. But by then, I was not even a kid. But I believe business is generational investment, isn't it? So I refused the first offer. I refused the second offer, which was so lucrative in terms of capital that they were prepared to put. By that time, I'm sure they're actual guys, they have already calculated and project into the future,
Yeah.
which, to me, yes, it was, you may have a bit of light, but it will be a bit blur. So we operated without the investors, and then we started building our own things gradually. So I can safely say proper development started 2016. Yeah, so it was almost, we can say, 6 years down the line. That's when we start to do proper development.
Okay.
So we start to build on our own. That's
Okay.
when we have the capacity
All right.
to build.
Okay. Okay.
And then from 2020, we scale up the development because the muscles have also developed.
Okay. Can you talk to me in terms of milestones of the business as you started to go? I know we've spoken about the year 3 mark, whereby we have like the 30 students in there. What other milestone can you remember as you go after the year 3 mark?
I think the other milestone that we had was acquiring the land in, let's say the first milestone was acquiring the land in Campton Park.
Okay. How big is that land?
It's 4,000 square meters, zoned for a school. So it's in the CBD. And then that was, to us, was the biggest milestone, the first one. And then the second one was also acquiring the land in Glendale, Missouri, which was 12 hectares.
Wow.
And then also we acquired a lot of land. Now what we have is land.
A lot of land.
Yes, we do have a lot of land. So where our schools are operating from now, the way they're operating from now, the land belongs to us. So those, to me, having land, it will make business projection very easy, because instead of paying rent, that money that you're supposed to pay rent, you use it for developing your own facilities. It helps us even to resource the school. It also improve our pass rate, because we now have enough money to return back to our learners, unlike spending a lot of money on rentals. So beside those ones, no, we are acquiring land after land in Midrand, in Soweto. So far, we acquire land in Mashingo, in Yika Growth Point. We also have land in Ichueshe, where we're supposed to build. We also bought land in Fosloras. So it's more of land. And I'm sure the biggest development that we did was building a 3-floor building at our original place, that 4,000 square meters, that have 24 classes.
24 classes.
Yes. So to us, that was the first biggest milestone that we did on our own.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. There's a lot of land in there. So Okay, so it looks like now is your business now going from just educational now into
Property investment.
property. Ah,
Yes.
right. Okay, and you like it that way?
Yes, it makes the business more stable.
Right.
Yes, it makes the business more stable, and also it makes you think of long term. Now, whatever we're doing, we're thinking of 100 years.
100 years.
Yes, because the school will be there in the next 100 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, I know we talk about the farm. When did the farm come into the mix,
The,
and how did it come into the mix?
the firm come in 2014.
Right.
Yes.
How big is the farm?
No, it was a small farm. It was a small. That was the first one. Was a small farm. It was
Okay.
only 10 hectares.
Oh, it's a small farm, eh?
It was a small
10 hectares.
Yeah. It's just
Right. In South Africa?
no, it was in Zim.
In Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. So that's the one that you supply the.
There's piggery there.
Okay.
There's chicken. There is cows. Yes. So all our boarding schools, they take meat from there. Even staff members also buy meat from there. Yes. So we do production that side. And then also on our Glendale school, it's also 12 hectare. So also do intensive farming there that supply the boarding school. And also in Voru, it's 10 hectares, also doing farming there. And in Chuesha, that one is a big land. We're going to do a lot of cattle there.
Okay.
And then in Mashingo, it's 5 hectares.
Oh.
So in terms of land, we do have. And then in South Africa, the Soweto one, it's 5 hectares. So we only build on 1 hectare now. So the 4 hectares, we're doing potato, maize, different type of crops. And then in Midrand, it's almost 4 hectares. We're also doing intensive farming. We also have broilers. We also have layers. We also do beehive.
Okay, this is Midrand.
Yeah, for the Midrand one. Also do bees, yes. And then in Brentwood, we also have a big land. Also do a lot of crop farming and also horticulture.
Wow.
Yes. So all these ones, they are managing under a portfolio called Tauma. Yes. So there's a team that deals with that, with their director that side, that focus, and then they'll supply the schools.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they supply the schools, but do they also supply probably into the mainstream again, or whatever they produce is fully consumed by the schools?
No, they also supply the externals.
Okay.
Yes. So we also have externals that come and buy. Even also our staff members,
They do that.
the other communities, they also buy from our school. Like the Glendale one is next to the community. They come to the school to buy farm produce. So it's an extra revenue that help us to develop the schools better.
Okay. And the e-commerce, when did that start and how did it start?
Right, the e-commerce, that one is our future.
Right, I love that. Let's talk about the future.
That one is our future.
Yeah.
That one is our future. Right, that one is our future.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the future. Let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about the uniforms, then we'll come back to the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? How did the uniforms start? And yeah.
Yeah, uniform started 2015.
Okay.
Yes, I was the one responsible. So I used to go and buy from the manufacturers.
Yeah.
And then coming and sell and give guys to do embroidering and that time. And then I ran that system for quite some time. And then when it was stable, currently my wife is the one who is running that consortium. Yes. So we now have our embroidery machines, and so she have a team that she's working with, and we produce for all our schools.
Wow.
Yes. So after we managed to produce for all our schools, our next venture was to say, can we supply all other schools? Because we know the schooling model, can we just duplicate the same model to supply the continent? To say, okay, let's do the same model but at a bigger scale. That's when the online comes in. To say it, we can't supply the continent without involving the online.
The future.
Yes. The stationery, we can't supply the stationery without involving online. And the textbooks, we're also supplying textbooks. We are the certified supplier for Cambridge textbook.
Oh.
So we can supply Cambridge for the Zim schools, SA schools, and it's online. So if you go and buy direct to Cambridge and you've come to us, the price is the same.
Oh, right.
So there's no need for you to go to Cambridge if we're there.
Just come to you.
Yes. Even for the stationery, we are among the cheapest. Go to your shop, check on our online. Our price is far much cheaper. And also importing a lot of things from other countries now. So the online part is the future.
Wow.
Yes. So we're investing a lot of. We're thinking to say in the year 5, we will be among the big guys
Okay.
on the online business. Because that's the future.
That's the future.
Yeah.
You said you've got some developers and other guys who are they working on this e-commerce platform?
Yes, they do. They're working on the e-commerce, they're working on the podcast, they're working on the e-learning. Remember, there are 3 projects that we are doing for the future that we are not worried about their revenue now. Is the e-learning. We have a school online.
Right.
Yes, primary learners, high school learners, they learn online. They won't even come to our schools. And we have teachers that are dealing with that. And then we also, because I'm sure that one have about 200 students that are learning online. And we're developing it to be more comprehensive. And also they're also developing the e-library as well and the online platform.
Yeah.
So we improve it. So far we have a lot of clients that are coming in. So let's say you're a supplier.
Yeah.
You want to sell on our online. You can register as a supplier, you put your products, you get our commission.
Right.
Yes. As well. Besides our own products, we make it open to
Other people to come in.
So it will be more like a warehouse.
It's more like an Amazon approach.
Yes, the Amazon approach. So we will take another stake in their business.
You're gonna take. All right.
Yes.
Okay. I
So
like.
it's almost the same. We can safely say it's almost the same model, but different products. But it's almost, I think if you understand Amazon,
Yes.
yeah, it's almost the same model. Like
But we are specializing into educational supplies.
where we have our strength,
Yes.
where we know what the customer wants, where we have experience with our
Right.
clients.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Talk to me in terms of certification of your schools within the local government institutions, both in the countries that you operate in, Zimbabwe and South Africa.
That one is, I think that one is one of our strengths. First, we make sure that the schools have the zoning, which is the rights from the municipalities to operate as a school. Before we even talk about the school license. So the basis of the land need to be properly sorted before anything else. And then our license, all our schools are 100% licensed, which if a school is licensed, it's licensed and it can be there for forever, for centuries. So
do you have like compliance things that with the government comes and checks and stuff like that?
they always come, and we can safely say we are partners with the government.
Right.
We are helping the government to improve the learners, or to how can I say, to improve the education system.
Okay.
Yes.
So in South Africa, you meet the compliance for the South African government.
Yes.
Zimbabwe do the same thing.
Yes.
But you're speaking about, the University of, you talked about Cambridge. Talk to me about that.
Cambridge is an international curriculum that is done by a number of countries. Why we choose Cambridge is it's a tested syllabus over years. So my child who is in Glendale in Harare will be doing the same curriculum with the child who is in UK or the child who is in China. So we want to, as we said, we want to be the best academic institution in the world.
Right.
So we want our learners to have or to be benchmarked with the international curriculum. We don't want to just see ourselves as a local school. We are not how to call it, a convenient school. We're a school of choice.
Oh, right.
Yes. So the Cambridge curriculum will make our learners able to compete on the international stage. Even if they're not competing, for the primary section, it will lay proper foundation for math and science and English, isn't it? And then even if they choose a curriculum secondary section, whether SIMSEC, whether Matric for South Africa, they already have a strong foundation that was tested over the years. So, and our learners, they write Cambridge International Examination in grade 7, which is stage 7, and then from there it will more like a diagnostic tool to check the child's performance and strength. So at least when you're now going to the secondary school, you are now addressing some of those challenges. So that one, to me, is the best curriculum so far to use, because it's not for a specific country. It's designed for different countries and is used by a number of schools, and it was there for many years.
So do you also get accredited for you to do that? And do they
Yes.
check every now and again?
Yes, we are accredited with Cambridge in South Africa. We also are accredited with Cambridge in the same. We are exam centers for those Cambridge examinations. So those learners, they write with us. Yes. And one of our learners was one of the best, I think, for isiZulu for this 2023. So she was awarded the best in the world.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. We're looking at, this is Southern Africa. Are you looking at expanding your business or the schools into other countries?
Yes, we are. I'm sure the introduction of online learning is we're targeting the whole world.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So hence, we are test running the whole thing. So far, we've run it for the past 1 year, and it's giving us the results. Learners are writing exams and they are passing. So now is to cascade the concept into the global space. Yes. So hence, I am visiting countries, checking how they're doing it, and then how can we integrate them in our system.
Why should people come to your school? Let's talk about the physical school in Zimbabwe and South Africa and the online one. What's your unique selling propositions?
Results.
Okay.
Yes, we produce the results. So that one, we work for it.
Right.
And also discipline, isn't it? Because you cannot produce the results without discipline. So our learners are 100% disciplined. And then the quality of teachers that we have. I'm giving an example. If you want to recruit a principal of a school, you go into 6 panels just to get a principal.
Wow.
So at least you have the right person on the school. So the type of teachers that we have, they're highly qualified.
Right.
So that one with my eyes closed,
Yeah.
you can go to any of our schools. You won't meet unqualified teachers in the classroom.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
So remember, beside being a CEO of Townet, my kids are attending Townet. So the dream that I have for my kids is the same dream that I have for other kids. So the same part of education that I want my kids to have, I also want other kids to have the same thing. So my passion is, this thing is in-house. Do you understand? I'm the consumer of this product.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a choice of it not to, it must work.
It must work.
Yes. So definitely. So in terms of results, in terms of, we are close to the learners. We feel like we have more concerned about the learner's future than any other school. To us, it's not a business.
Right.
It's a calling.
It's a calling.
Yes. So our success is measured by the money that we have or by the schools that we have, by the product that we produce. So to us, it's not about money. No, it's not about money. Because if I was looking for money to look for my kids, one school is enough to look for my kid. So to me, it's not about money. It's about how many lives are we impacting through this project. Yes. So it's about also our attention to detail. I am there on the schools on a daily basis. I am responsible. So it's in our hands. So there's more to talk about. We are not shareholders that are standing on the boardroom calculating figures. No, we are shareholders on the content that is taking place in the classroom. You can tell me every corner of town, and I tell you where it is. You can tell me every classroom, I can tell you where it is. You can tell me about the curriculum, I'll tell you our hands are dirty. We need to make sure that we groom these learners to be the captains of the industry. So our mission or our vision is we are not seeing our learners solving only African problem. We are seeing our learners solving global problems. So we need to have, remember, the richest person in the world now is what? Elon Musk, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's on
Yes,
top.
because yes, he's solving problems.
Yes, he is. He
Yes,
is.
so
Yeah.
that's the same thing that we want. We want our learners to, and it starts from the ideology. You know, resources and other things will come, but it starts from the ideology. So when we are teaching our learners, we are not seeing them as village students. We are not seeing them as a South African student or Zim student. We are saying we are grooming them to be responsible of developing solutions that are like COVID vaccine. It will come from our school.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's our mindset. That's how we're seeing it. So we give them self-confidence. And this is the message that we preach every assembly. We preach in every meeting. We preach to our parents. We are doing what we call is mind decolonization. Because the previous colonization system was saying, you're going to be a good engineer and you're going to have a house, you're going to have a car. No, we are not in that category. We are saying the captains of the industry are groomed from grade 1, not when they're at university. University is polishing up the ideology. We create the ideology, university polish and give a skill to say, okay, you are a teacher. Yes, you are a teacher, but you can build a school. It's a primary ideology. Yes, you are a doctor, you can build a hospital. It's a primary ideology. Yes, you are a nurse, you can build a hospital, isn't it? So the ideology, you need to be installed in our kids at young age. So to me, it's about our ideology. It's about how we see things, that a person, because every school have mathematics, every school have science, every school have English subject. So what culture do they have? What ideology are they following? Do you understand? So if you groom a child who is a farmer, if your father is a farmer, they'll follow the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if we are having this vision, and I still remember when I was talking to our final year student who said, what do you want to do? Now they are talking the same message, said, you taught us ABCD, so we want to build our own industry. It's now part and parcel of their thinking. So when they're looking at the programs at university, they're having that mindset to say, no, man, we can do it because this is what we were taught. So that's who we are.
I see your passion in there. I can really tear down your soul. I can see it in there. All right, cool. You've got this big team, a lot of, I would say, a number of course, interconnecting businesses. How do you balance your time in terms of leading these organizations?
Yeah, I balance it very well, although it's a lot of work,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's a lot of work.
it is work. Yeah.
But you need to balance between the family, the business. Family is family.
Okay.
And family time, it's family time.
Right.
Yes. So I have 4 kids that are learning at Townet.
Wow. Okay.
So they need also to see their father and the business as well. So I work sometimes odd hours, yes, but I also rest. If it's time to rest, I do rest. Yes. So to me, it's about meetings. It's about coordination. It's about appreciating any achievement that is made by any of our managers, our supervisors. By so doing, it's not the success of Townet is not centered on me. It's centered on us. So we are all important pillars to develop the organization, from the cleaner, from the parent, from local authorities, from the Department of Education. So we are a family. So to me, it's not centered on me. Yes, I may be holding a torch here and there, but all of us, we are contributing toward the success of the school.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful.
So it's not a lot of work. There's too much shareholders that want this thing
To work with.
to work. The parents, which is the first shareholder, definitely they want their
work.
children to pass. So their contribution Their criticism, whatever they want, we follow it to the dot, because the quality education comes from feedback. So if you don't respond well to feedback or positive criticism, you may think you have a best product, but you improve your product by criticism. By so doing, you produce the best product that the world is looking for.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Tell me about your philanthropy work. I understand for the foundation.
Yes, we do.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, that one, it's a big establishment. We look for the best learners. Let's give example for the ZIM. We look for the best learners that have produced 6 units that are orphans, and then we make sure that we send them for high school, and then they don't pay anything. We pay them uniform and. So we have a number of them that we are taking from different villages to say, you have 6 units, you are the best in your class, but you're not having any funding. We give them the funding. And sometimes, let's say a child, let's say the parent passed on, the child wasn't get 6 in town yet, and then he doesn't have any support, or we can fund that learner to finish with us. Or let's say a parent is struggling financially, has been working and now is no longer working, we can also support them financially for the children to finish education. So we have a number of learners
How
that
many?
are on subsidized
How many?
fees.
How
No,
many?
it's a big number.
Okay.
It's a
Plus
big
or minus?
number. It depends on which section.
Okay.
Also, we also have others that we fund that are not part of our schools,
Okay.
that are attending other schools.
Right.
So that way, we'll just send school fees to those children. Yes.
1,000? 500?
The figures I don't have by head.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
don't have the
understand.
figures by head, because that department is managed by a team that is working there. The pastoral team, where my wife and other team are also working that side on the pastoral department. Yeah,
Okay.
but they may have big figures there.
You spoke about the future, right? Like the e-commerce platform and everything else. In terms of your school, in the next 5-10 years, what do you see?
No, will be the biggest. No, not the biggest. As I said, remember, I'm saying our vision is to be the best academic institution
Yeah.
in the world,
In the world.
isn't it? So I'll be seeing part of my learners being part of the solution providers in the world. That's some of the things that so I'll be seeing more output of our vision in terms of product that we produce. Yes, in terms of revenue, it's an obvious case, isn't it? In terms of enrollment, it's an obvious case. In terms of number of schools, it's an obvious case. But we cannot focus on that. We can focus on, say, okay, what makes the best school? It's not infrastructure. No. It's not the amount that the people pay. No. It's about the quality of learners that we produce. So you'll be seeing more of our learners trending on the global space.
Right. Yeah. I like that. And that's an amazing vision in there. And we love it. Man, this is amazing.
Thank you.
This is amazing. Taking back in time where we started, where you started hunting in the villages to where you are now. What are the encouraging words that you would love to give to our viewers? Like from you personally, that journey to where you are today.
Okay. I think the first thing is any person need to have internal motivation. Let's not the internal motivation affected by the outside influence. So don't allow the external environment affect your internal motivation. Each person is designed differently for God's purpose. So you need just to run your journey and put your effort and believe in yourself. And whatever you do, do with all your heart, put all your effort. Success is certain. Success responds to hard working. It can take time to respond, but definitely it will.
It does.
Yes.
Justin, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
Been a
for
pleasure having you,
me.
man.
Thank you.
We love your contribution. Your story is inspiring so much.
Thank you.
From where you started to where you are today. Yeah?
Thank you.
Viewers, thank you very much. Admire that of business. Thank you.